mentioned the pandemic, it occurs to me that I should definitely ask you about the old elephant in the room. It is. I always do this when we talk about COVID-19. We are recording this May 28th. Because of course this will come out a little bit later, so we don't know that aliens have landed or whatever news has occurred between now and when esteemed audience is listening. But as of May 28th, having launched a book right in April and obviously successfully, since they're moving up the release date of Crush, what was that experience, and what do you think you were able to do here in quarantine that Push Crave, or that your publisher was able to do, whoever the team was able to do that Push Crave to be a success despite everything, the world kind of falling apart around us?
It was interesting because we launched very early April, right? So we were one of the first ones to launch in the middle of it. So we were kind of inventing it as we went. You know what I mean? Now everybody knows, well, you do Zoom and you do this and you do that. I mean, my publisher had to go out and buy the professional grade of Zoom so that we could even do anything, because it was that new when we were planning at the very, very end of March, when we realized, everything we planned was out the window, right? So how are we going to fix this? And how are we, because, they had put a lot of money into advertising and other stuff. And I mean, obviously you want the book to do well. A lot of publishers just chose to move it. And so they ended up moving a lot of books to August and July. And they had decided, and I was in complete agreement that no, we were just gonna go. And we were gonna, even with the stores closed, when Barnes & Noble closed, it was a big hit to us. We thought, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? But we decided, no, we're gonna do this. And so we threw everything we could. Thank God Target was amazing. A friend of mine had told me, people will go to Target even in a pandemic. And I said, I don't know if they will or not. She's like, they're gonna go to Target in a pandemic, it's gonna be okay. And everything that could go wrong kind of went wrong at the very beginning. Like the books didn't, because everything was such, if you think back 2 months, right? Things were nobody knew what was going on. Everybody's they were closing stuff down, and so books weren't getting from, on the shelves, even if they'd gotten them. Amazon had lost them, I think. I take that back. I don't know if it was Amazon. One of the places had lost it.
For the record, both Tracy Wolf and Robert Kent are huge fans of Amazon. God bless our corporate overlords.
Absolutely. Huge fan. But they were bringing in, everybody was scrambling for food and toilet paper and all of that. And so they had all of these shipments coming in, and the book, boxes get, in the middle of all that. And so where are they? And then they decided, at that point, they were going to pull back. They wanted to make sure people got food and the supplies that they needed. So they were going to pull back on shipping books. And we were like, oh my gosh, that means all these pre-orders, everything that could go wrong kind of went wrong at the very beginning. And my publisher is brilliant, Liz Pelletier from Entangled, and is the fastest thinker on her feet I've ever seen. And she just kept adjusting, and she just kept rolling with the punches. She'd call me and she's like, I have good news and bad news. This is the bad news, but this is what we're going to do. So now it's good news. And okay, well, tell me what you want me to do. Tell me where you want me to go. Tell me what you want me to, and I will be there. And so then we had when we launched in the week, we had, I think I had come up with, I wanted to do, we had sent a lot of books out to bloggers, and I had wanted to do a special blogger only, Bookstagrammer thing where they could, RSVP and they could come in and they were the only ones in. And I wanted to do that the day before the book launched. And we had a really, huge response to that. And they were so amazing and so welcoming and warm. And so many of them had read the book at that point and really liked it. And that helped, of course, a lot. And so I really enjoy talking to people. I'm one of the very few extroverted writers.
That works when you're doing 10-day novels away from the world.
It's hard.
Become an extrovert again.
Yeah, thank God there's a lot of people living in my house, so that helps. I can at least go see one of them. Hi. My friends know to check in on me. And so anyway, so we had done that, and so then we kind of invented the rest of the week what we wanted it to look like. Oh, okay, we were going to do a launch interview on Tuesday, and then on Friday we put together a panel with 3 other really great writers who were launching sometime near me, and a couple of whose books had ended up being pushed out to the summer, and a few other things, and we just kind of invented this whole what release week should look like in a pandemic. I'm not saying other people weren't scrambling and doing the exact same thing, but for us, we kind of felt like we were starting from scratch for us, and so we just kind of did what felt right. And yeah, I've been very blessed, and I have amazing fans and amazing bloggers who have taken me under their wing, and will always be intensely grateful for that. And so doing that in a pandemic was not the easiest thing. We were all, I think, a little nervous, and I think it's worked out well. I think we've done okay. So I'm really pleased. And we had. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. We had held the announcement. Universal had actually held the announcement of the movie deal until the day before Crave came out. And then we were so afraid that was going to get lost in the middle of like all the other pandemic news. Like there was a lot of stuff that had kind of gone into what the launch was supposed to look like and then how it like ended up looking. But I think in the end, everybody from Universal to the video game to at Chapters to my publisher again just did such a brilliant job at just pivoting and figuring out how to do what needed to be done. So I was so grateful.
What